then she says, "Look, Dad, a monkey." Hey, and welcome back to another episode of the Believe in Self podcast. My name is Greg, and if this is your first time here, welcome. For those longtime subscribers, thanks again for coming back and watching another episode. So today's episode will be about perception and perspective. So I have a short story that I want to share with you guys. I thought it was pretty funny, and it kind of tie all in at the end. So 2 weeks ago was my youngest son's birthday. He turned 3, and we decided to take him to the Kalahari water park. Now, for those of you who don't know what Kalahari water park is, it's this gigantic indoor water park where you can go at any time of the year, and it's always the same temperature. We went to the Poconos location, being that it's so close to New York. So when we get there, we have a great time. We have family members come down, and it's all a good time. Everyone's eating well. We're playing games. My two older sons, they're having a good time as well. They're gonna go on all the water slides, playing with all the water features. They love the arcade. That's probably like one of the number one places that we spend a lot of our time is at the arcade. So as the days progress, we go back and forth to the water park. We're doing different things. We have dinner with the family, and it was a really nice time. I really did enjoy going to Kalahari Water Park. So on the day that we check out, the kids went to Build-A-Bear because we had gotten these gift cards with the type of package we had gotten, and they were able to build any type of bear that they wanted. So while the kids did that, I went and said, you know what? Let me go and get myself a Starbucks coffee. I like the caramel macchiato, and I think I have gotten myself like a cheese Danish or something like that. And I had sat down at a 2-person table that happened to be like by a little cafe and also by like a store. And I'm just sitting there looking around, looking at all the families. Because at this point it's Sunday and everyone's starting to like check out and things of that nature. So I'm sitting there drinking my coffee, enjoying the time, looking at all the kids playing around and stuff like that, and thinking about, the drive that we have back home. So this family of 4 walks by. It was mom, dad, the little boy, and a little girl. The little boy had to probably be about 5 years old, and the little girl probably was about maybe 3, 4 the oldest. And so I'm sitting there like, oh, this is a cute little family. And all I hear is, "Look, Dad, a monkey." So I'm looking around. I'm like, I don't see any other melanated people around me. And she's like looking in my direction. So I'm like, is this little girl talking about me? So then she says, "Look, Dad, a monkey." So now I'm like, hold on, time out. Who was she talking to? So I'm looking, and I'm like, is she looking and looking at me? So then she points and kind of looks and points up and looks up and goes, "Look, Dad, a monkey." So what I didn't realize is that above my head was a monkey hanging from a tree branch. It's a part of the Kalahari experience. It's supposed to be like an African safari themed water park. So I'm drinking my coffee and I look up and I'm like, there actually is a monkey up there. She's talking about the monkey. And I'm sitting here like, I could have taken that as if she was talking to me. She was pointing at me, and I have a very calm, funny demeanor to where, I kind of like don't pay things much mind until like, you get my personal space, or I feel as if now you become a threat. But I said, you know what? This could have went left, because then I would have been like talking to the dad, like, is your little girl calling me a monkey? But that's not what the case. That's not what the case was. And the reason why I named this perception versus perspective is that my perception of what was going on was different than what the actual perspective from her eyes of what was going on. My perception of the whole thing was, she's calling me a monkey. She's pointing over my direction. They're looking at me because it's right above my head, and I'm thinking they're talking to me. Versus her perspective is, oh, look, I turn around, I see this huge toy monkey hanging from a tree branch. That's awesome. So my point of this whole story, your perception of life may look at things through one lens, but if you look at it from other people's perspective, it may change the way you look at things. It may change the way you react to people when they may say things to you, because they may feel that you're talking to them in a disrespectful manner. Your actions are disrespectful, and you may get different results from having a different perspective. By me looking at it from that little girl's perspective gave me the lens of her angle and what she saw versus what I saw in them looking at me, and not taking that 1 second to look up and like, oh, hey, there's something up there. So learning the ability to look at things and life from a different perspective can open up all types of doors for you. You can see different problems that other people may be having, and if you can come up with a solution to these problems, maybe they'll pay you for them. That's why there are therapists. That's why there are life coaches. That's why there are businesses that are able to solve problems, because they're looking at problems from the perspective of a customer and their pain points versus looking at it as just a business and I offer X. Before you go, you'll also learn how to generate content for social media just like this using ChatGPT. The webinar will be on November 18th. If you're interested, it's for free. Right below this video will be a link where you can go and you can sign up. All right, I look forward to seeing you guys there. Take care.